Today we're going to be discussing a few different radio setups that are extremely simple to operate and don't require any type of license to use in the United States. And this is going to be relevant to those of you who want to avoid ham licenses either because of the complexity or the time requirements to learn the information and are choosing to stay away from the Baofeng radios because it might not be legal to operate them without a license. The good news is that there's actually some great license-free radios out there that you can build a decent setup around. And a few weeks ago I performed some extensive range testing with 8 different FRS radios and identified a handful that are extremely capable that were able to communicate very reliably in a densely populated urban environment through tons of blocks of homes, buildings, and around electrical wires, hills, and fences at an impressive distance of 2.7 miles. And depending on the environment that you find yourself in, you could get even much further range. In this video, we'll be taking a look at a few different radios and discussing the pros and cons to each, a few different push-to-talk setups, and a few different headset options. So whether you're preparing for some sort of grid down, emergency situation, or civil unrest, you can keep in touch with family, neighbors, and maybe a team of other like-minded individuals to help you keep your neighborhood safe during an SHTF style or emergency situation. As always, there will be links to down in the description below, which will help me make a few cents from Amazon. And better yet, drop a comment down below and let us know what you're doing for your comms, or if you have any idea on how to make this setup better. I'm going to be giving away a pair of these BTEC FRS A1 walkie-talkies in the video, and entering to win is really simple, and all you have to do is leave a comment down below and I'll be randomly selecting a winner with the comment picker app, and we'll post the winner on my community page and respond to their comment next Friday. Full details on the giveaway will be in the description below. The radios I recommend to anyone interested in putting together a setup like this are going to be the Rocky Talkies, the Oxbow Renegade 2.0, the BTEC FRS A1, or the Retevis RT45P. These license-free radios operate on FRS, also known as the Family Radio Service, which is a private two-way short-distance voice and data communication service, and the service is licensed by rule, so the general public can use these devices without having to obtain a license, and the FRS is authorized 22 channels. One potential downside to this setup that might have crossed your mind, or maybe you've experienced this in the past, is that since there's a limited amount of channels, congestion and crosstalk on these channels might be more likely. However, the radios we're going to be looking at all have privacy codes, which do operate on the same basic 22 channels. However, there is a basic level of encryption via CTCSS and DCS. These privacy codes are not extra channels, but they are a means for sharing a channel with other people without any annoying interference or crosstalk. And even though there may be other people using the channel, you will only hear transmissions from those people who are using the same privacy codes as you. Alright, so now we're going to quickly discuss a few different radio options. And there are hundreds of privacy codes available, which makes it much easier for you to find a channel for you and your group. The Rocky Talkies were the best performing radio in my testing and did give the best clarity at range, and overall I can't say enough good things about these radios, with the exception of the fact that they are on the expensive side at around $220 for a pair. They also have a nice carabiner style clip, which makes it easy to attach to different places, and you can charge the radio via USB-C cable, and the standby time is excellent at around 3 days. The Oxbow Renegade 2.0 was a close second in terms of clarity and range, and it also is a very simple setup that was actually designed to be used in harsh environments, so it is very well protected from moisture and even freezing. So this would definitely be the one that I'd recommend if you live in a cold climate, but these radios will set you back around $280 for a pair. The BTEC FRS A1 is significantly more affordable and compact compared to the radios that we looked at previously, coming in at around $50 a pair, and it can also charge via USB-C. The main downside to this radio is that the range isn't quite as good, and I was only able to communicate at about 1.6 miles, which was a bit less than the other radios here. However, they are still decent, and if you don't really need longer range capabilities, these might be good enough for you. Finally, the Retevis RT45P is another very affordable option at about $55 a pair, and it was able to keep up really well in range and clarity with the Rocky Talkie and the Oxbow Renegade, and this radio has a great IP67 rating. And in addition to USB-C charging, you can also operate this radio on AA batteries, which does give it a lot of flexibility and advantage over the other radios. The main downside is that it doesn't play well with the PTT and the headset setups that we'll be looking at next, but if you don't plan on using those, this is a great option if you still want to get decent range. Keeping a power bank as part of this kit might also be a good idea because it will allow you to top up your radios and perhaps other small electronic items in your kit, and you can also pair these radios with a small solar panel and keep them charged up indefinitely, which is pretty cool. For those of you interested in small solar panels, next week I'll be releasing a video comparing a bunch of different models and testing them out to see how well they perform, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. The next few items we're going to touch on are going to be more geared towards those of you who are looking to make your comm setup more portable, hands-free, and easy to use on the go, and would be good if you wanted to run this setup from a plate carrier, a battle belt, or a backpack. We're going to be checking out two different options here, one of which is about a $55 setup, and the other is a more expensive setup that will run you closer to $170. The first option is going to incorporate a PTT mic like this one from Baofeng, which allows you to communicate through the mic by pushing this button on the side, and these start at about $10 on Amazon, and this is compatible with the Rocky Talkie, the Oxbow Renegade 2.0, and the BTEC FRS-A1, but there are also other radios out there that accept a K-plug. I would definitely recommend adding a PTT device like this one to your setup, as it makes it a lot more convenient and flexible. And another important reason I chose this one is because it has an auxiliary output, so what you can do is plug in an auxiliary cable and connect to earphones, and if you're concerned about keeping a low profile and not giving away your location with noise, you're definitely going to want to run your radio through a headset. These are Glorifier's basic shooting headphones with active noise canceling, and the reason that I picked up these ones in particular is because they also have an auxiliary input, so I can connect them to a PTT handset with an auxiliary cable. As far as shooting ear protection goes, these are really comfortable and do a good job of protecting your ears, and they're definitely one of the more affordable ANC setups with an aux input, and these are available on Amazon for about $45. Another route you could go if you're looking for something even more streamlined is this amp style tactical headset, which was designed more for airsoft use in mind, but it does have a built-in mic, and this can be worn on your head or even mounted to a helmet compatible with Arctrax, and this setup is significantly more comfortable to wear, and it also offers a noise cancellation mode, and you can change size on the cables and the mic, which gives you a lot more flexibility. I did have to buy this K-plug adapter to connect the headset to my radio, but this adapter was pretty cheap at about $28 on Amazon. Let me know what your comms plans are and what kind of setups you guys are running, and if you're using any of these items, let us know how they're working out for you down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and be sure to smash the like button if you want me to discuss more topics like this one on the channel.